my confession is the second in my series of confessions. So this is I've been saying on the show for a while. I have a tendency to exaggerate parts about my life, or like, especially when I was an alcoholic. There's this like tendency to feel like I have to be more than I am.
Yes, I
have come to the conclusion that there are a few base almost lifelong sort of misrepresentations that I've been putting out there, and I want to finally let them go, because it just feels shitty to have this lie that I've kind of perpetuated, and you get to a point in your life where you're like, why? Oh, who am I doing that for? People love me or don't love me, and that's and I'm enough as I am. So I have been for years telling people that at one point in my life I had a sponsorship from a skateboarding company. Yeah, when I was like 16. And I wanted one when I was 16 more than anything in the world. And a couple of my friends did. Trev and Sharp, a couple of them went pro. So there was this pressure, and as I got away from high school, I realized I could just tell people that at one point in my life I had I got free decks and shoes from this company called Grandma Skates, which was a place in Maple Ridge where I grew up, and nobody ever checked me on it, and I just kept it. And then I told it so long that I actually at one point was like, is that true? I think I did have a sponsor, and it's just one of those things where I finally was just like, fuck off, man. Like, why did I hang my hat on that? And why would I perpetuate that still? And I haven't said that to anybody in a long time, but like, I probably could have still, and I'm just saying, I'm sorry if I ever lied to anybody about that. It was just born out of this feeling of not being enough. And that's my second confession in that. There's more to come. Of fun little lies I've been telling my whole life. And I don't want to make light of it. It's not cool to just like openly sort of lie to people about things, but it's this this feeling of like, I just wanted to be cooler.
Not good enough. Yeah. Absolutely, man. First of all, I just want to say how beautiful that is. And I think what's really cool about men being vulnerable is that it gives other men permission to be vulnerable as well. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's a really great thing.
Consider the permission granted.
Yes, permission granted. That's amazing.
Well, that inspired me. I was going to say, honestly, I was going to come in here and I had a little planned thing. You know what I mean? Like, oh, our daughter sleeps in bed with us and she's 6.
Right.
But I have a thing. I have a big confession, actually.
Go for it.
That inspired me just now. And I've told people all my life that I boxed Golden Gloves.
Oh.
It's not true.
Whoa.
Never did. I boxed some amateur stuff.
Yeah.
I was never part of Golden Gloves. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
Buddy,
and it was this thing growing up with, it was this kind of facade that I had to put on. Part of my armor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this need to be accepted, you know what I mean? Or even be considered kind of tough, which I am not.
Yeah, same.
You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure, man.
But all that masculine stuff, that crap that we carry on for so many years, God, that felt good.
Good for you, man. And
it's on my Wikipedia page.
Right. Yeah. Like,
well, then that makes it true. That makes it true.
Right.
Yeah. It used to be on my resume for like special skills. It was sponsored skateboarder. So like that's how far.
Why do we do that? I know. I kind of know now.
But I didn't. But it always felt like a little off.
The tall tails.
Yeah. But it was like acceptable. I was like, whatever. I'm doing it because I was close enough to the truth, and no one knows any different. And like, but like those add up. Those little things, and I've gotten honest about huge things in my life, things I never thought I was telling anybody. So now to have these little splintery fucking lies that just don't make they don't do anything for me. I'm like,
I wonder, like, because you guys being, in the public eye, right, as actors, you're having to talk about that kind of stuff more, right? You guys get interviewed, you have to, you're always trying to get jobs, you're always trying to see, and you're in a mode where you have to kind of pump yourself up.
We're the product.
All the time.
We are selling ourselves.
Where, like, I can really see how that can take on in that space.
Yeah.
Because, like, for people who aren't in the public eye, why would they talk about Golden Gloves? It's right.
There's no need for it.
Yeah. And so you're just trying to like, any hook I can get to
to present this kind of picture that's special. Yeah. Super special.
But mine was in my personal life too. I just told people, like, it wasn't even just for like, you know what I mean? I would just tell people that I meet, like,
have a lying problem too.
Yeah, but I do want to say, this is all a lie. No,